Good evening and welcome. I've got a crazy hair, sorry about that. Good evening and welcome. This is Lisa Lovestone, Reiki Master and Oracle card reader. And I like to do Oracle card readings for the collective. So I am part of the collective, you are part of the collective. So this reading is for both of us. And, if part of it resonates with you and part of it doesn't, then that's what was meant for you. The whole thing resonates with you, then it was meant for you. If none of it's making any sense, maybe it's not meant for you, or maybe you're not ready. Well, I guess if you're not ready to understand, right, so it is meant for you, but you're not ready because you're not there yet, but it is meant for you. And when you hear these words repeatedly, it starts to it's like when you hear something repetitively, it's like that. It'll start becoming a part of who you are, and it'll start to resonate with you. So, or maybe it's not meant for you, but usually you'll know. When you're like, I don't understand, it might be because your inner self is trying to tap on you, but you're like, I don't get it. And so, or your higher self. And so, if you ever have any questions or want help understanding, please message and ask, and I would be overjoyed to help you, because that's what I'm here for, is to help everyone and myself while I help myself. Anyway, this is one of the decks I don't do very often because it's Quan Yin. My other Quan Yin deck can be very, very lengthy. Sometimes you have to stand up and hop on one foot and pat your head. Just kidding, but it's kind of like that. But this Quan Yin is a little more gentle, user-friendly, but it still can take a little bit of time. So let's get on with it. Here's the beautiful cards, Quan Yin cards. This is the wild, because I'm a wild and free lady. I've always been. See how beautiful these cards are? Just really nature, animals, See how beautiful that is? I should have almost had the screen go like that, but some of the cards go up and down. Some of them go vertical, some of them go horizontal. That's okay, we'll work with it. I like to let my viewers see the card. I've got my mouthpiece in, sorry. This tea is delicious. I like to let my viewers see the cards clearly, because I know when I'm watching a reading, I want to see the cards. I want to see how the card speaks to me, speaks to my third eye, speaks to my spirit, my higher self, how it resonates, what my higher self wants to tell me through the card. So I always like to show people the card. It's very important to me. Not everybody operates that way, and that's okay. There we go. I need to get my chair. It's kind of late, and I shouldn't be doing this late, but this is my home, and I should be able to do what I want to. But I have a bipolar alcoholic / drug addict next door, and I don't know, we shouldn't talk badly of people, but I mean, if I make noise, the littlest noise after 10, she'll start making all kinds of noise. She'll throw furniture at her wall. She'll open and slam her door. And there's a hallway that's shared. I live in an apartment for people who are 55 and over. So she moved in a year ago, and it's just, ugh, she's very negative, and I always have to clean my home because I know that she has negative thoughts coming at me, and I have to combat that. And I Reiki my wall and oil my wall and all that, and I just bring the golden light into my house. And you know, it's a good thing we have these tools, or I have these tools. Hopefully you do too. Okay, you might be wondering where my gray hair is. This new haircut has kind of got my hair doing a different thing, but it's there. There's my silvery white gray hair. Now, I think it was me. I don't know if it was me or my hairdresser. I think it was me. I honestly am not sure, but some of my gray accidentally got cut on this side, and I didn't want it cut. So it's gone a little bit from that side, but it's still there. And there's some gray. There's a little bit of gray. I love this shampoo, and I washed my hair today. You know, you can spend $100 on a bottle of shampoo, but if you have shitty water, which basically anybody in the United States has shitty water unless they have their own well. If you're on shitty water, city water, shitty water, same thing. You know, the water source might be good, right? At the source. But once it comes through the water lines that have been laid down for 50 years, and they're full of crud and gunk and yucky stuff, and they haven't been swapped out because your city has decided to tear up your downtown instead and cut down all the trees in your downtown, and they decided to do that instead. Anyway, you know, county commissioners, mayor, you know, is it like almost every city is corrupt right now? I mean, it's few and far between that our local people are not corrupt. And then, of course, you know, I like my senators. I've got 2 cool senators. I mean, you know, I like one a little better than the other, but anyway. Because I believe in the separation of church and state. I believe in that. There's a reason for it, and we need to honor that. Anyway, back to the hair. So, I have a shower filter. It's the handheld, and it has a filter. And boy, can I tell you, there's a difference. When I change out my filter, like when it's getting time to change it, what a difference. And I had it changed out about a month and a half ago, but I'm not home a lot, so it hasn't been used a lot. But it doesn't matter what kind of shampoo, what kind of skincare you use. If you're not filtering your water, or unless you have good well water or an artesian well, if you have an artesian well, I'd like to move onto your property, please. Anyway, yeah, the water is what's ruining your hair. The water is what's ruining your skin, ruining your teeth, ruining your health, right? So if you put one of those really great, forgot what the name of my water filter is, but just read the product reviews. That makes the difference. It's the water filter that makes the difference. And then the shampoo can matter, right? So this is a shampoo, I forgot the name of it, but it's for people who are over 50 because our hair needs are different. As our body ages, our skin ages, our hair ages too, and it has new needs. So it's a blueberry, it's in a round soap. If you just Googled round soap, blueberry shampoo, it's probably the first one that's gonna come up. It's a blueberry shampoo and it comes with a conditioner. I love it, and it doesn't have a strong smell, so I don't have like, you know, my hair doesn't have this shampoo smell, it just smells clean. The conditioner, you're like, is this stuff working? Because it's not doing anything, but when you get out and your hair, I didn't blow dry my hair, I just wore it up in a bun for half the day to keep it off my neck because it's freezing cold outside. And then when I got home, I took the bun down and I just let it finish drying, and then I brushed it. I have a big bunch of stupid hair here because I was chewing gum and I popped a bubble and the wind blew my hair into the bubble and it got stuck. So I had to cut it, and so it's got this weird thing here that it doesn't have here because it's cut wrong. It's not blended. Anyway, I am addicted to bubble gum. I am addicted to popcorn. At least I'm not addicted to drugs or cigarettes or alcohol, right? Anyway, let's move on with this. Okay, Quan Yin. So I feel drawn to do Quan Yin. So this is what we're going to do. And then when we're done, we're going to do, not done, but after I do Quan Yin, I'm going to do this deck, the light. Work your light. Because if you're watching me, most likely you are a light worker. You're somebody who wants to work with helping the world become a better place, helping to raise the vibration, you know, or you just want some good stuff in your life. Those are the people that are probably watching me, most likely. Anyway, so let's get on with it. Okay. So, let me take a sip here. 12 minutes of blah, blah, blah. Okay. I've already blessed the cards. And, you know, they're ready to go. Okay. So there's one card. And I'm just doing intuitive readings. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm only going to read one card, or I'm going to read two, or I'm only going to read three. I'm going to read whatever pops out, okay? And I'm not a good shuffler. You know, my hands are full of arthritis. This is the best I can do. But I can sense it when it's the card, okay? Sometimes they do jump out. Like, you will read me. Pyong. Right? Oh. Come on, cards. What is the reading for the collective as well as for me? It's just a basic generic reading. I'm not going to ask for any specifics. Just whatever you want to let us know that can help us through our week. That's what we need. That's what we need, baby. 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 Sometimes I go off like I just did. I could just apologize all day for it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm unaware that it's happening until I pop out of it. There's no one here to tell me, hey, come back. So you just got to be patient with me. I don't really know where I go, but it's all good. Okay. Those were hard to get, but we got them. Okay. Oh, this tea is so good. It's a green tea that I just bought at Lidl or Lidl. They have these little black boxes of organic teas, several different kinds, and I bought that today, and I got a green tea because green tea has less caffeine. Okay. So, ooh. Oh, I showed you guys this card. How interesting. It was really standing out to me too. Safe to fall. That scares me to death. Safe to fall. I don't fucking want to fall. You telling me I don't want to fall. Don't tell me it's safe. Fearless. Oh my God, seriously? Oh boy. You know, I've had to be brave all my life. I really just want to retire. I really just want to retire. I just want to be a grandma and play with my grandkids and, you know, stop worrying about shit. My son's getting married in March. Well, he's married. His wedding is in March. Blessings of the Kite Dancer. Okay, let's, there, so you can see them. Safe to fall. Okay, there's a bird in the air. He's just kind of flying by. You're up in the sky, falling from the sky. You're like, what the fuck, man? Hello, somebody grab my hand. Seriously, she looks like she's saying, are you for real? And that's what I'm saying. Her face is saying what I'm saying. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Safe to fall. Number 10. Yes. I think I was only supposed to have 2 cards. I don't know. Let's just move on. Just like the air that fills your lungs, my grace is invisible and yet brings you life. Fear of falling may prevent you from truly surrendering into my care. Right? Falling is scary. Yet, if you were to realize that it is safe to fall, that my grace will catch you as you step beyond the edge of what you have known, so much would be possible for you. This is interesting because just yesterday or the day before, I was thinking about when my son was a little stinker, like, I don't know, 2 years old, and we were at the swimming pool, and he would stand on the side and he would jump, and I would say, "I've got you, pumpkin. I've got you. Mommy's got you." And he would trust me, and he would jump, and I would catch him as he came into the water, and he would want to do it again and again. And then his beautiful blue eyes and his tan skin and his white toe head hair, toad, T-O-W, toe head. It's an old term. I don't think they use that word anymore. Anyway, it's when your hair is pure white. And my hair was pure white when I was little, and my son's was pure white for a period of time. And I was thinking about that. I was like, what a way to build trust between you and your child, to not allow yourself to be distracted, but to stay in the moment, focus on your child, and they know that every time you're going to catch them, and every time they're going to be okay. That's a beautiful way to build trust, so that your child, first of all, learns trust. Secondly, that there's a trust bond between you and your child. That's just one of the few ways. But if you suck at paying attention, don't do it, because your child could drown and you'd be off in La La Land. Something like what my mom would do. I'd be like, "Mom, watch, Mom, watch," and she'd just be not even knowing that I existed. Totally different parenting styles. Anyway, I urge you to believe in what is calling you to take a leap of faith. I tell you now, my wild, sweet beloved, the call is from me, urging you to open up to a bigger world. Trust me and relinquish logic and control. I will not fail you. This kind of reading has been given to me for months now. Not just by myself, but by someone else that I watch diligently. But I'm so stuck. I'm stuck in fear of what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, being 60 sucks in so many ways. And my birthday's coming up, and I'm going to be 61. I'm an Aquarius. And, yeah, being old. Well, I'm not old, but being over 55, it's not for the faint of heart. It's difficult. It's difficult to navigate life at this age, because you wonder, what is your usefulness? And, you know, you want to still be useful, and you still want to do things and have joy in your life, but I don't know. I don't have that blind faith I used to have. I'm scared, because when I was young and I made a mistake or a blunder, or if I fell, I could just pick myself back up because I was young and strong and brave. I don't want to be strong and brave anymore. I want to just be chill. Just chill and chase grandkids. They haven't been born yet, but I already know. It's gonna be so much fun for me if I can ever get my butt to California. Okay, trust me and relinquish logic and control. I will not fail you. Is this speaking to you? Are you having something that's difficult for you as well? I'm looking at the timer. This is going to be a part 1, part 2, because I can't download it if it's too long. I apologize. Sometimes we try to hold on, even when it would be better to let go. Sometimes we hold on to what is actually the very thing holding us back. We let our fears become stronger than our trust. We will underestimate ourselves and the divine. Modern culture tends to generate suffocating fear. That ain't no joke. We can subtly, can't say that word with my mouthpiece. S-U-B-T-L-Y, you pronounce it for me. Become programmed to believe and act as though the world is unsafe to explore. With such an attitude, we begin to contract, hold back, to defend, to close off from that which would make us uncomfortable, but also from what would help us to learn and grow and become alive and live up to our divine destiny. The other choice available to us is to open our minds to the prospect of unconditional trust. I just painted us a very good picture for that one, didn't I? The other choice available to us is to open our minds to the prospect of unconditional trust as we feel safe and willing to move beyond the world we have known. Then great growth will take place within you and your life will change. You are not meant to be staid, conventional, and know exactly what will happen every day for the rest of your life. You are meant to be alive, messy at times, allowing circumstances to unfold according to a higher plan rather than your own beliefs. You were born to challenge and plan rather than your own. You were born to challenge and question what you believe in again and again. You are one of those souls who was born to actively participate in the great plan of love and life. You are not meant to be watching the waves from the shore. But I like doing that. You are meant to be out in the ocean surfing them, so to speak. You have it in you to be a wonderful surfer. If now and then you get dumped by a wave with sand in your hair and salt up your nose, you'll be fine. You'll just paddle on out to sea and try again, getting stronger, more proficient, and more graceful, and having more fun as you master the process each and every time. There's a bigger world meant for you than the one you currently inhabit. There is nothing wrong with the world you have been in. It is just that you are meant to journey beyond it. You're very likely not going to feel ready for that change. You're very likely going to feel a bit awkward, clumsy, or uncertain about how you'll manage in that bigger world. Certainly, you won't feel in control within it. And yet, even with all this, you are going to be safe on your path and exactly where you are meant to be. Yeah, this is really speaking to me. I'd love some comments. I'd love to know if this is speaking to anybody out there. One step at a time is always wise, but sometimes you will be ready to forego the small steps for one great big leap. A beautiful swan drives straight into the Divine Mother's graceful open arms. This is your chance, so if you're feeling bold, leap. Trust you'll fall safely exactly where you are meant to be. All right, here's a prayer that we can read together. Or I'll read it, we'll say it together. I'm going to move the cards. Quan Yin, who loves me without condition. I want you to say the prayer too, okay? Quan Yin. These are Quan Yin cards. If you don't know who she is, look her up. I believe she's from the Buddhist belief system. Quan Yin, who loves me without condition, I call upon you. Help me expand my heart and mind to enter into this larger experience of life and the world that is calling me forward. Now, I trust in the boldness of my dreams and the goodness in life that wants to help me succeed in all ways. Help me have enough courage to feel safe and trust in the face of a yawn a lot too. Trust in the face of the unknown. I am safe. I am held. I let go. So be it. Imagine, sense, or feel that you are floating in an invisible net that holds you lightly but powerfully. You're floating, you are held, you are safe. It feels good. You have finished your healing process. I might need to say that prayer again when I'm alone in my bedroom. If you want to say it again, just hit replay. Or, rewind. Whatever. Okay. All right. That was, see why I forgot that I usually only do one card, and I was given one card, but I kept trying to get more cards because it's a lot. One card is a lot. But these do go together, so let's see what they say. fearless. She's riding a flying buffalo through the sky. Oops. Sorry you can't see them, but I just don't have the room, and I just don't want to move things. Oh, and I think about the monks every day that are doing the walk for peace. And every day I say, today will be my peaceful day. And I keep reminding myself, I'm not wearing the bracelet they gave me, but I have it in my bedroom. And I'm also wearing the amulet of Archangel Metatron. That's his symbol. And I just think about those monks and what they're going through to bring awareness for the desperate need that we have within ourselves for peacefulness, peaceful living, a peaceful way of life, a peaceful self. And you know, Christians are criticizing, we're not Buddhists, blah, blah, blah. Nobody comes to the Father but by Jesus. Blah. Well, you know what? Christ preached unconditional love, and he walked it. You know? We love everyone. We just need to love everyone and walk peacefully. And when somebody wants to on us, we just say, go in peace. Because their bullshit is not your bullshit. It doesn't belong to you. Anyway, I was thinking about the monks' walk for peace. They just really blessed me. And how I got with that when I was thinking about Metatron. I think because I asked the archangels to protect the monks, because some people would probably want to throw stones at them. If the police weren't protecting them, somebody would have thrown stones at them. Some Christian. That's not a Christian. The first person that was stoned was Saint Stephen. When I was an Orthodox Christian, Saint Stephen was my patron saint, and he chose me. He gave me a dream about him being stoned to death, and I was like there, like watching, feeling his pain, watching him be stoned. Like I was right there. And I was just crying. And then my priest said, sounds like you have yourself a patron saint. So Saint Stephen became my saint, patron saint. And he was the first Christian martyr. He was stoned to death. The sacrifices people make, these monks are making, 2 of them are walking barefoot from Texas to Washington, D.C. It's fucking freezing outside right now. They're in North Carolina right now. It's freezing there. It's freezing here in Georgia. It's freezing in North Carolina. They have walked in the rain, snow. Yeah. But the sacrifice they're making, they're walking all day carrying loads on their shoulders, carrying loads, you know. I just can't imagine getting up in the morning, giving a peaceful speech, eating your breakfast, and then taking off and walking all day, stopping for lunch, having lunch, giving a peaceful speech, walking all day, stopping, giving a peaceful speech, eating supper, and laying down and going to sleep. Day after day. What a sacrifice. You know, it's just like the walk of Jesus. I mean, I don't know if at any point he ever walked barefoot. We were never told that he did. But he walked day after day, here and there, to preach the good news, not the bad news. He spoke the good news. And all people want is bad news. Blah, blah, blah. They're not Christians. They can go to church, they can tithe, they can call themselves a Christian, but they aren't. Christ will say, I don't even know who you are. Because that person, all they have is hate in their heart, anger, pain. They need peace. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with part 2 because I talk too much. So, please come back for part 2 and let's continue with what's going on. Right? All right, I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to record part 2. Love and light. This is Lisa Lovestone out. I'll be back for part 2.